Treasure Island, Chapter 3, The Black Spot. About noon, I took a drink and some medicine to the captain. He was lying as we had left him. "Jem," he said in a weak voice, "bring me a bottle of rum now." "The doctor," I began. "What does a doctor know about a seafaring man?" he pleaded. "I've lived on rum. Look, Jim, how my fingers tremble. I haven't had a drop all day." "I'll get you one glass and no more." When I brought it to him, he seized it greedily. "That's better," said he. "What did that doctor say? How long must I lie here in this bed?" "A week at least," said I. "No," he cried. "They'd have the black spot on me by then. I'll trick 'em again. I'm not afraid of 'em." He lay for a while, silent. "Jim," he said finally, "you saw that seafaring man today." "Black dog?" I asked. "Ah, black dog," says he. "He's bad, but not the worst of them. It's my old sea chest they're after." "Why do they want it?" "I was old Flint's first mate," he said. "He gave me the map at Savannah when he lay a-dying. I'm the only one who knows the place." I still didn't understand what he was saying. Who was Flint? What was this map? "They're trying to get the black spot on me," he continued. "Don't speak to any of them, Jim. Above all, don't speak to a seafaring man with one leg." His voice grew weaker. Soon he fell at last into a heavy sleep. That evening, my poor father died suddenly. On the night before his funeral, the captain was drunk as usual and singing his ugly old sea song. Yet he was weak and getting weaker. He breathed hard and fast like a man on a steep mountain. Sometimes he put his nose out of the door to smell the sea. His temper, though, was more violent than ever. He sat with his cutlass in front of him on the table. The day after the funeral, I was standing at the front door. It was a frosty, foggy afternoon. I was full of sad thoughts about my father. Out of the fog, an old blind man appeared. He was moving slowly along the road towards the inn, tapping his stick. He stopped in front of the inn. "Where am I?" "You are at the Admiral Benbow, sir," said I. "Would you give me your hand, my kind young friend, and lead me in?" I held out my hand. The blind man pulled me close up to him. "Now, boy," he said, "take me to the captain." "Sir," said I cannot do that." "Take me to him," he said in a cruel, cold, ugly voice, "or I'll break your arm." Our sick old captain was sitting in the parlour, dazed with rum. The blind man clung close to me, holding me in one iron fist. As I opened the parlour door, the poor captain raised his eyes. The blind man then passed something from the hand that held his stick into the palm of the captain's. "Now that's done," he said. Releasing me, the blind man skipped out of the parlour and into the road. I could hear his stick go tap, tap, tapping into the distance. I released the captain's wrist. He opened his hand and looked down at the circle of paper the beggar had forced into it. It was a black spot. The captain stood swaying for a moment. Then, with a peculiar sound, he fell to the floor. I ran to him at once, calling to my mother. It was too late. The captain was dead. I cried for him, a man I had never liked, but had grown to pity. This was the second death I had known, and the sorrow of the first was still fresh in my heart.